Alright, I'm going to switch over and see if you can see me here. Hello! So what I'm just testing out is making sure that everyone can hear me okay and see me, and that I can see these comments because these are important. I'm using something called Ecamm Live, and instead of using the YouTube comments, Ecamm Live has their own like integrated comments, and I'm just making sure that those are coming through okay so that I can always watch that window and look for comments. And I am curious on the delay. So it's about 10 seconds. I saw myself started talking, and then I saw when I was actually going through. So. Alright, well, since this is recording, and I think everyone can hear me, I may just ramble for a few minutes. Again, this is more of a test. I want to make sure everything's working because I'm actually going to schedule out a couple live streams, and I want to make sure that all my tools are working before I schedule something and fail miserably. So again, I have been doing video for a long time. I haven't been live streaming. I think I've done a couple webinars before. I've done a live stream here before, but on a different setup. And I've always really been intrigued by it, but I just haven't jumped into it. And I think now that I have like an actual setup here, I'll be able to do it easier. So I'm just going to talk through a little bit about my setup. So I am on an autonomous standing desk right now, which makes it a little bit more comfortable for me to just kind of be here. I have my MacBook Pro. I have a Canon 70D DSLR, and that was very important to me. I used to use just the Logitech C920 webcam, and it just the quality of the video didn't look really well, didn't look good for me at all. So I've had this DSLR forever. I just haven't been able to stream with it until now, and the way that I'm able to do that is thanks to the Ecamm software. Oh, hi, Ahib Note 4. Sorry if I got that wrong. I'm terrible with names. No topic today. Just trying to get used to this and maybe get some ideas for topics. But I'm going to be setting up a few live streams very soon. So I'm just looking for ideas for topics. I think the first one I'm going to do is hopefully on Thursday is going to be on static site generators, more specifically Gridsome. So if you're interested in that, be on the lookout for that. In the meantime, I'm just kind of talking about my live stream setup right now, just making sure everything's working so that there are no glitches on Thursday. As I was saying before, I'm able to hook the DSLR directly into my computer via USB thanks to the Ecamm Live software. So I know there are some capture cards out there that you can buy for like $100 that do this for other software. But thanks to Ecamm, they make it incredibly easy to do, and I'm very happy with the software so far. I'm even using it for record-only mode. So you can go live with this software, and it's very good to go live to YouTube or Facebook or any other platform that you need to. But there's also a record-only mode, and you would say, well, why would you want to record only? And there are some real good advantages to it. Like it gives you all the different scenes that you can kind of jump through. it gives you the ability to have picture-in-picture and overlays and things like that. So I've actually started recording some tutorials and course content using Ecamm as well. So I am not an affiliate for Ecamm Live. I am just very happy with their software. So if you're interested, I would go ahead and take a look at that. So we still have just one person in the broadcast. I did this really last second and just threw something on Twitter, so that's probably why. But if you are in the broadcast, if you can hear me well, if you can see me well, please let me know. I just want to make sure that the volume is good, that the visual, the camera is good. Just so, again, just want to make sure everything looks good, sounds good, so that when we jump in on Thursday, everything is good to go. And what we can also do is jump down to Chrome and take a look at my website. So again, this is my website. If you're not familiar with me, my name is Dan Vega. This is the new home, my new little piece of the internet. I've been on another website for a long time, therealdanvega.com, which was hosted on WordPress. And that WordPress site has been going pretty well for a while now. But as of January of this year, I've kind of moved my entire site. Well, I've moved my entire site. I've moved my site over to a static site generator called GridSum. And that's what this is running on now. And I've begun the slow process of migrating posts over to my current website. And so I thought that was going to be a real easy process to begin with, but it turns out it wasn't. So migrating WordPress posts is not rocket science, but what happened was I didn't want to migrate everything. So I have like 1,000 posts over there. I found out a lot of them weren't really high value and weren't really relevant anymore. So I'm basically going through them one by one, and when I find one that I want to move over, I move it over, but I also have to keep a list of ones that aren't moving over so that I can go ahead and redirect them from the current site over to this site. So it's been a very tedious process. I'm through 2016, I'm into 2015 right now, and again, I go back to 2007, so it's going to take a little while, but the good news is it's moving, and once I get to that point, I'm going to go ahead and flip the switch and kind of turn that site off and redirect everything over to here. So, but until then, I see we had a few more people join. If anybody can let me know how the audio is, how the visual is. I'm just curious. Like I said, I'm playing with my new streaming toys here, my new streaming setup, and I want to make sure that everything looks good before we schedule one out. And if you are here and you want to suggest a topic, I'd love to hear from you. If you don't want to do it here, don't worry about that. You can head over to the website. Again, you can subscribe to my newsletter, which I sent out this morning, asking for feedback on what you'd like to see on the live stream. But you can find me on Twitter. So if you're here on the website, you can see some of my social icons down here. We can go ahead and jump to Twitter, and that's me, the real Dan Vega. That's still the Twitter account. But that'd be a good place to kind of jump to and let me know what you are interested in seeing. So let's go back there. So yeah, just looking for topics that you guys would be interested in. A lot of stuff that I'm doing these days is in JavaScript. JavaScript and Vue in particular, but actually working on a Spring project right now, so I'm back in Spring Boot, which is a lot of fun. So anything around JavaScript or Vue or Java or Spring Boot or streaming or videos or courses. I'm a curriculum developer full-time, so I have a lot of experience in building out curriculums for courses and documentation, and all kinds of fun stuff. So really, I'm going to leave this up to you guys. Whatever I hear from you, whatever you want to see, definitely be interested in putting that together for you. So, all right, with that, I think I'm going to call this one today. Again, this was just a quick test. Thanks for the few people who did join. I just wanted to kind of test this out, and I appreciate you joining. And be on the lookout. I'm going to schedule, hopefully, a live stream for Thursday. And again, it's just tentative, but I do think the topic at hand is going to be static site generators, which I'm a huge fan of, and I've been working with a lot lately. So hopefully you'll tune in, and if not, hopefully you'll watch on the replay. And that's it. So thanks for joining me. Hopefully I see you there. If not, have a great rest of your week, and happy coding, friends.